Opposition leader Juan Guaido has the full support of the United States as he attempts to overthrow the elected government in Venezuela. But he could be facing a new legal challenge as the country's Supreme Court calls for his immunity to be revoked. RT's Rachel Blevins joins us now with all of the latest details. Thanks for joining us, Rachel.
Thank you so much. Well,
let's talk about this. Why is the Supreme Court in Venezuela calling for Guaido's immunity to be stripped, and what concerns are they starting to list?
Right, so Venezuela's Chief Justice is now saying that they need his immunity to be revoked because he's under investigation for a number of things, which includes planning an attack against the government and eliciting illegal funds. And so they're using this as a way to possibly go forward with arresting him. Now, as we know, when Guaido announced that he was running, or that he was the new interim president, when he announced that he was himself, the government was looking for a way to arrest him then, but they had to go through some loopholes, and so they told him that he couldn't leave the country, but he did, and he went on this tour of neighboring countries that were in his support. And so now they're looking at this as a way to maybe finally go forward with arresting him.
Well, how did Guaido respond to this news? Does it appear that the threat of arrest is deterring any attempt to become Venezuela's next president?
Well, so far it doesn't look like he's deterred at the moment. However, he did say that he was not afraid of this. He referred to the government as illegitimate, as he has multiple times. And we have to remember here that he has the full support of the United States and of a number of its allies. So he's going into this knowing that he has the U.S. government saying that they have all options on the table and that they are fully supporting him.
I imagine there's a lot of speculation, but what does happen if the Venezuelan government does arrest Guaido? And are we having any sort of hints from the United States that they will for sure get involved militarily if this happens?
Right, so it's interesting to see now because recently Russia sent some of their military personnel to Venezuela. So they have been very vocal about standing behind the Maduro government, and that's something that is sort of standing in the United States' way. So we've seen a number of U.S. officials who are coming out and who are threatening Russia and saying that their presence there in Venezuela at all is a provocative threat, and they're warning against that. But it remains to be seen if the United States is really going to act on that, even though we've had weeks of them saying that all options are on the table.
And it's really interesting, Rachel, a couple weeks ago, this was the dominant of all the headlines. There was every politician, the media, this was at the top. Very few people are talking about it, and I want to give you credit. Thank you for continuing to follow this story.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.